Hey, Ciao Penalized Math Industry, and this is a part 2 of solving systems by substitution. In this video, we'll be learning about this new efficient, faster way to help us solve our two equations to make them true. Guessing and using trial and error would definitely work, but what happens if our Nintendo Switch had another internet connection and we have a different problem? We could guess, but that'll take us a long time. That'll take us forever and ever to solve. Because if we guess, then it'll be time consuming. But there is a way that can help us deliver us to our answer to make both equations true and to repair the Nintendo Switch in a GIF. Let's solve it and fix it. So we have y equals negative 2x minus 4 and 5x plus 3y equals 6. So instead of guessing, we're going to try and use this strategy to find x and y, then insert them into these problems to make it a true statement, both of them, and fix the Nintendo Switch. It's easy to maneuver this strategy when there's a variable that is isolated alone. Like this one on the bottom wouldn't be as easy because there are coefficients in them. So the variable that is isolated is the easiest to use for our first step. So let's write that y equals negative 2x minus 4 right here. It is saying that these two numbers or variables is going to bring us to y. We want y to be one number right here. But the problem is, there's another equation that we also have to deal with. So the next step is, rewrite the problem on a separate piece of paper because it might get sloppy, and expand it to 5x plus 3 parentheses negative 2x minus 4 parentheses equals negative 6. When we rewrite the problem and expand it, this area of the problem right here is actually the y part because this actually comes from this. These two numbers are telling you what y is, but we don't know what y is in one simple number. So that's why we say it negative 2x minus that by 4. And that 3 is telling you to multiply the y or whatever y is by itself 3 times. When we have this problem, we're going to get an answer as x. And when we get an x as our answer, we will insert that into y. Because y also has an x in it. Then we'll be able to get what y is to make these two equations true. Let's simplify. So we have 3 multiplied by negative 2x. That's going to be negative 6x, and 3 minus that 3 multiplied by negative 4. That is going to be negative 12. That is the y part. So we have 5x plus negative 6x minus 12 equals negative 6. So we get to combine like terms, then simplify. So 5x and negative 6x, that will bring us to negative 1x. Minus that by 12 equals negative 6. Since that's a negative, when we simplify, it'll become a positive. So we plus that by 12 and plus that by 12. So our answer for this is going to be 6. What we have here is we're going to be having negative 1x equals 6. X wants to be alone. So if we divide by negative 1 and divide this by negative 1, these cancel out. So 6 divided by negative 1 is, our answer for this will be x equals negative 6. So that is what x is. So the next step with x is we get to use that key, and that key will help us get to the doorway to unlock what y is. Since we got x equals negative 6 as our single number for x, we get to insert that right here in for y. So, negative 2 multiplied by negative 6, a negative times a negative is a positive. This is a happy face. That is going to become a positive 12. It's positive, it's happy. We minus that by 4. 12 minus 4 is 8. So, y, the unknown number, y, is going to equal 8. Since we got x and y as single-digit numbers, let's try and insert them into these two equations to see if they're true. So, negative 6 and negative 2, we multiply, we knew that was 12. Minus 4, minus that by 4, we're going to get 8. So, for x, we insert negative 6, and for y, we insert 8. So, 5 times negative 6 is going to be 30. We add that by 3 times 8, that's going to be 24. And that's going to equal negative 6. Let's try and insert this onto our Nintendo Switch and see if it will connect to the internet. Let's do it. It worked! Negative 6 and 8 are going to make both equations true, making them work. The strategy we just did is actually going to help us connect to the internet and make these two equations work without guessing. And that's actually a faster way to do it. The connection test worked because both equations work. Negative 6 and 8 will make both equations work. Thank you for watching Tao Ping Airlines Math Industry. Like and subscribe. And thank you for helping me fix my Nintendo Switch. Like and subscribe.